Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another round of Way of the Hunter. We are going to jump back into Linterkotter Reserve, where we finished the main story yesterday. So we are done with all the main stories in the game. We just have a few tasks to finish, a few whispers to collect, and a few animals to check in on. So we are going to start today. It's the beginning of a new year, by exploring a few areas that we haven't explored before. And it doesn't really matter where we start. We can basically go anywhere we want. I'm going to remove this because that is from Wispy. The wind is going southeast, so I suggest we go northwest. Let's see, where can we go that would be nice to go northwest? Let's start over here actually. Let's go west from here and just explore these areas. It's not exactly northwest, but it's north, so that's good enough for me. And we're just gonna see what we can find here. Probably not gonna have the time to get over here. We'll see. Once we hit around 8:40, 8:50, we are going to have to check on our links over here. And let me actually bring up Nikebu's map so I can see what else we need to check. All of our moose are no longer need to be checked daily. We need to check on this links. This one is day 19, so still a while to go. I think the next ones we have to check will be day 19 of the ones that we have already scheduled. Yes, these are all day 19. So day 19 or day 22, those are the earliest that we need to check. Oh, day 16 actually. Okay, so this year we only have to check this links. And then next year we will likely have to check this lynx and this moose. Okay, let's get started with our exploration. We're gonna go... Oh, wait, before we go, I have to remember. We have a mission for a mouflon without a scope. Now we could in theory do this with a break action shotgun. I just don't want to because... that's honestly a bit, we would have to get really, really close to make that happen. So instead we're gonna take, not the Steyr SSG, I've got a Remington. We're gonna have to find a rifle that actually has a good, that has a good layout with the scope, without a scope. So one that actually makes it easy for us to, oh god, we can't aim in here. We're gonna have to get the car so that we can actually change on the fly. I want one that allows us to still aim very well. Yeah, this one doesn't. Let's find another car. We need one with good iron sights. Which is unfortunately not the SSG M1. That would be my normal one or the monoblock, but I think neither of these are really very good for aiming without a scope. Yeah, not really. The SSG is even worse, if I remember correctly. Hey, horror reaction in gaming. Oh, scope off. Clear. Yeah, this is bad. This is definitely not designed to be used without a scope. I think this is the one we had from the very beginning of the game, wasn't it? Yeah, this is from the very beginning of the game. Let's clear that. Let's see how it goes. No. Do I really have to buy a new gun for this? Unless we can... Hang on. We're gonna do something really, really stupid. We're just gonna clear the scope from the Steyr SM12. Hey, perk. Nice to see you too. Okay, this actually works. This actually has something resembling an iron sight. So yeah, we're gonna have to do this this way. It's going to suck. And it means we're not gonna be able to shoot much with our SM12, but I think that's gonna be the best thing we can do. We're gonna take Wispy Shotgun since we already got it. We do have buckshots and slugs, but not that we have currently loaded up. We would have to buy these. Do you have some advice for special ammo? Which should I take or what should I focus on? Hey Zach, what about the Alpha 1 Hunter? I'm not sure if I have that one. I have to see. Oh, that's a tier 6 gun. I wanted to take a tier 5 gun for the no scope hunt. This is overpowered. I wouldn't want to take that one. This one is underpowered. Overpowered. Overpowered. That one could work. But I think we're just gonna go with the SM12. That one as well. The monoblock is a very good rifle, and normally I would say I'd definitely take the monoblock for tier 5. The problem is I need something that has good iron sights that I can use for no scoping. Like this, for example, or this one. I actually like this one better in terms of like just sheer visuals. If I go over here and I take the 1903, and now I have to go out again because, oh wait, I wanted to buy ammo for the 16 gauge. That's the one thing we definitely have to do. And then I go back to the ammo question. I haven't forgotten, I just need to figure out my loadout right now because we are deviating from my normal loadout. And it's got me a bit frazzled. Let's go. Okay. Loadout. Let's say we take the 1903. Yeah. Yeah, this has somewhat decent iron sights. Not exactly great, but I can at least see where the shot would land. Why is that 0 to 500 meters and why can I not zero it further? Oh my god. We are definitely not taking this one. But with the SM12, for example, let's take the SM12. This, you pretty much know where the red dot is where you need to aim within 50 meters. And if you're going without a scope, you don't want to aim beyond 50 to 100 meters anyway. So that's fine. That's fairly easy to see. You've got a good iron sight, you can do this without problems. If you're taking the monoblock on the other hand, which is, you know, the armat or the monoblock, they both function the same way. This is what it looks like without a scope. All we really have is the hunter sense dot. I don't like that. I mean, we can try, but I don't like it. I would really rather just have the SM12. Okay, now ammo. As for your question about ammo, Perak, in my opinion, and keep in mind that I'm not a real-life gun aficionado. I don't know anything about real-life guns. Well, almost any. I don't know almost nothing about real-life guns. There's not much difference between the different ammo types, as far as I can tell, in-game. Except when it comes to shotguns. For shotguns, bringing along for shotguns, bringing along a buckshot and a bunch of buckshots and slugs will allow you to hunt basically anything from tier 1 to tier 5, which makes the shotguns some of the most versatile guns in the entire game, or some of the most versatile weapons. The only way you get more versatility is if you bring a tier 1 through 6 bow or crossbow. But then, of course, that comes with the drawback of having to kill in one shot. You cannot reload fast enough to place a second shot. Whereas with the shotgun, you still have the option of placing a second shot. So personally, my go-to for secondary weapon is always a shotgun with buckshot and slugs. For most of the other weapons, it really doesn't matter. There are a few where the ammo can change the tier of the weapon, like the Grandpa's old rifle has tier 4 and tier 5 ammo. So for that one, it's also worth it. But most of the time, I say just take the standard ammo, fill up all 3 slots with standard ammo, so you don't have to go back and get refills as often, and then you're good. Crossbow. Is there a difference on the ammo? I love crossbows in Call of the Wild. I'm completely the wrong person to ask this question, because I don't hunt with crossbows. Unless required by a mission, I don't hunt with crossbows. So for that, I think you'd be better off asking on the Discord. Probably is the best place to ask, because there's a lot of people there who have been comparing all the ammos, and a lot of crossbow hunters as well. But I honestly can't tell you. Yeah, I would hate to just pull something out of my ass and then give you false information, so. Alright, let's see how far we can get. I want to explore the need zones around this lake, even though we probably won't be having any animals here right now. Because it is not even 8 AM yet, so most animals don't even drink at this time. And another question, any suggestion for earning money in the game, or is it just playing? It depends. If you like the story mode, or if you don't mind doing story mode missions, then the missions are the best place to start, because a lot of them are fairly easy, and every single one of them will give you like somewhere between 200 and 800 in-game credits. Okay, good. In that case, do the story missions, do the cabin missions and the campsite missions when you can. Like, just pick up all the missions you can and do the missions. A lot of them are very easy and they all make you money. So that's a good start. If you ever get tired of doing missions, the best thing you can do is make a private multiplayer lobby, which will create a herd population separate from your single player herd. And then just bring a tier 6 rifle and shoot any tier 6 animals you see. You want to go for like elk, red deer, buffalo, that sort of thing, because those are the ones with the most meat, which means they bring the most money. You can probably get around somewhere between 600 to 800 credits per animal if they are mature. Obviously, because the older they are, the bigger they are, the more meat they have. But I really advise going to a private multiplayer lobby for that, so you don't accidentally end up ruining your single player herds. Is it each time you create a lobby, is it refreshing then? Yes. So I actually tested this a while ago, where I looked at 2 specific herds on Matariki Park, both in my single player mode and in multiplayer lobbies. So I created a multiplayer lobby, I checked what was in the herd, I closed the lobby, I made a new lobby, etc., etc. And I did that like 3 or 4 times. And in my experience, the populations will be similar to each other, but they will never be the same. They will not be 100% the same. So for example, the herds that I checked, let's say one of them had 3 males, 3 high fitness males, and then 4 females. Every single one of these lobbies had 3 high fitness males and 4 females. But sometimes the 3 high fitness males were 2 2-star adults and a 3-star mature, or sometimes it was 2 3-star matures and 1 2-star adult. One time it was a 4-star mature, 3-star mature, and a 2-star adult, or something like that. So there is some variation. It's not the same animals, but it seems to be, it's almost like it's pulling from the same seed. You know, it's like when you first launch your, it feels like if you first launch your single player lobby, it creates a certain seed population. And then your multiplayer populations are based around that. That's what it seems like to me. I cannot verify if that is how it actually works in the code because I don't have access to that information. But that's what it looks like from the testing that I have done. But yes, you can go into multiplayer and shoot animals without having to worry about it running your single player lobby, which is great. And while the prices for the animals do adjust depending on how big the animal is, ultimately the biggest animals will still give you the most money. So for example, I think the price per kilo for a buffalo is something like 1.5 credits, and the price for a goose is something like 10 credits per kilo. But really, at the end, there's only 2 kilos on a goose, you know. Well, thanks for the follow. Whereas a buffalo has like 1,000 kilos of meat. So you end up with very different prices, with very different money that you gain. So yeah, this is my advice for making money fast. Depending on how you spend your money, you will not need it a lot. Like me, for example, I actually am quite frugal in game. I can go for a long time without losing money, like 82,901 credits. That's what I have at the end of the last DLC map, basically. But then again, I don't taxidermy a lot. If you start taxidermy, then things get really expensive very fast because a full body mount is something like 8,000 credits for a full body moose. So that's why some people have a lot of money in game and some people have next to nothing. I mean, I do still have a few animals to taxi, and I have a few moose that I'm looking at, so we're probably going to taxidermy about 10 to 15 animals on this map. I think we've got wolves over there. Yeah, those are wolves. Not really too interested in these. Really what I need is mouflon. Oh, seriously? You mentioned Discord. Do you have a link for it? Not in your bio. I already looked it up. I am pretty sure it is discord.gg/wayofthehunter. But it's also, there's a pinned thread in the Steam forum for Way of the Hunter where we have the Discord link as well. But I'm pretty sure it's just discord.gg/wayofthehunter. That's the official Discord. And that's where a lot of the hardcore players hang out. Hello. You are exactly what I'm looking for. Cool. Let's see if I can put up a stand and shoot these so I can get my scope back. Coping with no scoping. Harvest a mouflon. Shot without a scope. Let's go. Oh, you are 1-star adult. That's kind of lousy, but it's not exactly the greatest, but take it. I'm sorry. This is a gamble now. It's entirely possible that we just shot a really good animal. I hope not, but we'll see how it goes. I just really want to get this mission out of the way. Fingers crossed that he was not like a 95% mouflon or something. That would be tragic. Oh, and we have a wolf eating zone as well. Yeah. Okay, all my mouflons are doing yoga. $27.4. Oh, thank God, we're good. One-star adults are always a gamble, so really glad we didn't accidentally shoot something really good. We have about 20 in-game minutes left to go before we need to start going for our links. So we're probably not gonna get over here. We're just gonna get up here and down here, and then we're done. Then we're gonna have to check on the links. I am gonna see if I can call something from that hunting stand, because we only need 6 kills to get that perk. But I'm really glad that that was a trash mouflon. I would have been so upset if we had just shot a 90% or something. Alright, we don't have a scope though, so if we do find something up here, I hope it's something that we can call, because otherwise we're not shooting it. We do have a bunch of need zones. So technically we should be able to find some animals around here. The question is, are we here at the right time? I don't think we are. Yeah, no, there's nothing we can shoot here right now, so we're moving on. What do we have here? Mouflon eating, but rarely, which is not helping. And that seems to be the only need zone, which would explain why we have no animals here. Oh. Okay, that's a bit far away. No wonder we didn't see these. We're not gonna go down there hunting for reindeer. Not right now. We'll have a look at these if we can get close enough. If we can make it to the top of the hill without spooking them. There are police cars outside of my house. Why is there police outside of my house? The cracked rock. It is a rock and it is definitely cracked, so well named. Where are these? Oh, it's a solo male. He looks pretty tiny though. Yeah, he's not worth it. I mean, I guess we can call him. He is not responding to the caller, so he's above 50%. Means we're basically going to ignore him. It is time for us to go check on our links. Which would be these guys, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And they should be at this zone.